feel your love. I just wanna feel your love.
Hey everyone, so this is going to be my second video on Apex Legends characters kind of guide. The second one that we're going to be doing today is Wattson. This was recommended to me by one of my buddies. So I'm going to go through again her abilities, and then her playstyle and how easy I think she is to play, and overall tips on how to play her. Wattson is more of course, a defensive character. She's sort of like Gibraltar, I would say. She's rather similar, like a very kind of defensive. She's sort of like a mix between Gibraltar and Caustic, I'd say. So her passive ability to start us off with is Spark of Genius. So it's ultimate accelerants, fully charged Wattson's ultimate. So the ultimate accelerants in the game, unlike other characters where they only boost it by like 20% or so. For Wattson, it gives her ultimate right away. Instantly she'll get her ult, which is amazing. And then standing near her interception pylons, so that's like her ultimate, which we'll discuss later on, boosts Wattson's tactical recharge rate. So her tactical ability will be boosted if she's standing near her ultimate ability, which of course we'll go over all of this stuff in a bit. So her tactical ability is a very defensive, sort of campy kind of tactical ability. So it's called perimeter security. Basically, you create electrified fences by connecting nodes, and then the fences will damage and slow down enemies. So with this one, you mainly want to kind of put it at doorways or kind of hallways of where the enemies would be coming from. And a really good tip would be to put it not like directly next to the door, but kind of put the pylon as far from the door as possible, but still blocking the door to protect the node at the bottom. Because if they destroy the little like circle node at the bottom on the ground, then it will disconnect the wire, and therefore they'll walk right in without having to worry about getting electrocuted. Her ultimate ability is the interception pylon. It's basically like a trophy system from Call of Duty, but better. So you basically can place an electrified pylon that destroys incoming ordnance and repairs damaged shields. So it's again sort of like a mix between Lifeline's tactical ability, where you heal people, except it's shield obviously, and kind of Gibraltar in the sense of another like dome type thing, but it doesn't actually create like a dome. It kind of just like if the people are throwing grenade spam or like anything like that, it'll destroy that. It'll also destroy stuff along the lines of Bangalore smoke grenade. It'll destroy that out of the air. And anything that's pretty much being thrown at you, it'll kind of shoot out, like zap it, and it'll destroy it, so it doesn't affect anything. But be careful with this, because last I checked, it can also destroy teammates' smokes, but I don't know if they fixed it or not. And unlike other people's ultimates in this game, you can actually use her ultimate 3 times, so you can actually have max of 3 on the ground at the same time. So with her, you kind of want to use her in the sense of holding down a position, so she's played more kind of passively, and kind of you kind of want to use this to guide the enemy's movements. So if you have them set up in a building, you can kind of make the enemies follow a certain path, so that way they will be where you'll know better where to expect them from, and you can block off certain entrances. A really good way to use her, especially in late game, is if you block off around yourself and then place the pylon down, and then that way anything being thrown, and since it's such a small zone, you stay around your pylon. You can keep on regaining your shields, so that way you don't have to worry too much about repairing shields. And on top of that, it'll destroy any and all objects being thrown your way, which will make for a very, very good ultimate ability. I feel like the best way for her to play her would be more kind of late game. She's a rather easy character to learn. Again, because you can't really learn much techniques when it comes to placing down fences and a trophy system type device. So she's a pretty simple character, and I would say out of between easy, medium, and hard again, she's a rather easy character to learn. And she's more kind of like noob friendly, like beginner friendly. But the issue with her is that she's a buyable legend, which means you need either 12,000 Apex coins or legend coins, and then you need, or 750 Apex coins, like the premium currency, to get her. So once you do unlock her, though, she is a pretty solid character if you're more of a passive kind of defensive type player. So that's my general tips for her, and her, or as far as synergy between characters, I feel like she's really good with Lifeline, just because then Lifeline can of course have the healing and the shielding, so that way you can have a little both going on and you can make it easier. And I want to say Gibraltar, but not really, because if Gibraltar blocks everything incoming, because stuff can't be thrown into his shield or stuff can't like penetrate the shield, but hers kind of does the same thing except primarily for throwables. So yeah, that's about it. The next video I'm planning to do is going to be about between either Loba, Octane, or Revenant. I'm not too sure about the order. I don't think I'll be doing Loba because Loba again hasn't released yet for another couple days. So we'll kind of see about filming and stuff, and we'll most likely do it. So Revenant, then Octane, and then Loba, and then after that we'll go from there. So I hope you guys enjoy, and be sure to check out my Bangalore video if you guys haven't seen it yet. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
There is a calmness to Wattson.
Size and strength aren't everything.
Her interception pylon brings a respite to combat.
You underestimated me. Sometimes careful planning wins out over might.
Earning her the reputation as the Eye of the Storm.
This never gets any easier, but it's how the game works. C'est la vie.